A defense motion asks a judge to eliminate the threat of the death penalty for former Letcher County Sheriff Shawn Stines. And we'll find out what the state is doing about the problem of wild pigs. I'm Robin Tillman, and this is the Mountaintop Daily. A former Letcher County sheriff charged with murder is asking a judge to rule out the death penalty before his case goes to trial. Attorneys for Shawn Stines filed a motion requesting a hearing to determine whether he has a serious intellectual disability or serious mental illness under Kentucky law. If the court agrees, prosecutors would be barred from seeking the death penalty. Stines is charged in the September 2024 shooting death of Letcher District Judge Kevin Mullins inside the judge's chambers. Defense attorneys say evidence related to Stines' mental health would be presented at the hearing and are asking that it be held well ahead of trial. They also want the hearing delayed until a pending judicial recusal issue is resolved. Stines has asked Special Judge Christopher Coron to step aside after learning the judge and Mullins attended a meeting together shortly before Mullins' death. The Kentucky Supreme Court has left that decision up to Coron. Kentucky has been making headway against invasive wild pigs, but the animals remain a problem in eastern Kentucky, especially in Floyd, Johnson, and Magoffin counties. Sheldon tells us how the Department of Fish and Wildlife Resources is tackling the problem.
The Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife have put out a call to people who might spot wild pigs in places where they are causing the most problems, including areas in Floyd, Johnson, and Magoffin counties.
We have several populations of pigs in Kentucky that are doing a lot of damage. They are destroying crops. They are displacing native wildlife. They're interfering with hunting. We prefer to trap pigs rather than shoot them, rather than hunt them, because they're so smart.
Kentucky prohibits hunting and trapping wild pigs, but landowners can still remove those causing damage to their property. However, the department first encourages those affected to report wild pig sightings or damage to Fish and Wildlife officials.
A sounder is a group of related females. We'll go on and set the trap and leave the door up, let the pigs come in and get used to the trap. Because, like I said, these pigs are extremely intelligent, so we have to ease them into the trap. Once we get them in the trap and we can get a whole sounder in the trap, then we can shut the door.
The department says wild pigs in the area are illegally released animals, not farm escapes. Removing the incentive to release pigs and eliminating entire sounders or groups moves us closer to a state free of this invasive wildlife.
As far as intelligence, pigs are in the top 10 animals on the planet. They will leave the area, they will go nocturnal, and they will continue to reproduce, so the next time you run into them, you've got an even bigger problem.
The department urges those to report sightings to an invasive species program called Squeals on Pigs, found on its government website. Reporting for Mountaintop News, I'm Sheldon Compton.
Coming up after the break, Hindman Settlement School's Gather and Grow concert series makes its return next week. We'll get a preview when the Mountaintop Daily continues. But first, sports and weather.
Hey everyone, it's Destiny Foudy here with your Mountaintop Sports Recap. Let's start with area girls basketball scores from last night. Jenkins picked up a 62-42 win over Legion. Johnson Central rolled past Martin County 77-44 on the road, and Pikeville dominated Shelby Valley with a big 76-30 victory. Now to college basketball, the University of Pikeville is officially a top 10 team in the nation. The Bears moved up to number 10 in the latest NAIA poll after being ranked 13th just 2 weeks ago. That's pretty good. UPike is now 20-3 overall and has won 19 of its last 20 games, sitting at 13-1 in AAC play heading into tonight's matchup at Bluefield University. Two major reasons for the Bears' success this season: taking care of the basketball and knocking down free throws. UPike is tied for the fewest turnovers in the country at just 9.1 per game. They lead the nation at the free throw line, shooting an impressive 82.4%. That's your Mountaintop Sports Recap. I'm Destiny Foudy, and don't forget to keep voting for the Best in the Mountains at bestinthemountains.com. Have a great day, sports fans, and I'd appreciate if you voted for me.
When the government took Social Security away from honest Eastern Kentuckians, Attorney Ned Pillersdorf got the hearings declared unconstitutional. When the women guards were harassed at Little Sandy Jail, Ned fought back, securing a $1 million verdict at trial. And when the state tried to shut down Cordia School, Ned fought back and kept the school open. Attorney Ned Pillersdorf fights for the underdog, and he's ready to fight for you.
Hey Appalachia, we should probably admit this. We're kinda obsessed with you. The mountains, the back roads, the small towns, and the people. We've been everywhere together. At Appalachian Wireless, we built a network just for you, with local people who actually answer the phone. Can you imagine that? So this February, why settle for temporary with a big carrier who doesn't really know you? Go with the one who's loyal, local, and totally in love with Appalachia. Appalachian Wireless. So this connection, it's the real deal. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
Hindman Settlement School's Gather and Grow concert series returns next weekend, featuring dinner and homegrown musical talent. Nick went to the school today to find out more.
The Hindman Settlement School will be resuming its Gather and Grow concert series for the first time following the 2022 floods. The free concert series is meant to place a spotlight on promising talent in the region, and the first show will take place Saturday, February 21st at the school, beginning at 5 p.m. Executive Director Will Anderson gives us more details.
Back when we had our flood in July of 2022, in the months after that flood, we just felt like the community needed a break, and they needed an evening where they could come and have a meal, listen to some good music, interact with people, share about their experience they had in the flood, that sort of thing. And we just found that as the months went by, we just kept doing it, and we've been doing it now for coming on almost 4 years since the flood. And we just think it's a great way for us to serve our community. It's a free event. The food is free. The music is free. It's just a great time for the community to get together and just socialize a bit.
Anderson goes on to say the concert series helps bring tourism into the city of Hindman. Supporters of the school and the performing artists are sure to be glad for its return.
We usually get a pretty good turnout. It varies. We get a little lower turnout when the weather's nice in the middle of summer. We also have smaller gatherings during the wintertime if the weather's bad, if it's been snowing, we have got really low turnout. But we'll get 60 people or so, 60 to 80 people from a fairly broad region. So I suppose it does bring people into downtown Hindman, which is always a good. I really enjoy it. The music is really of high caliber. I just love the bluegrass music from this region, and so it's something that I always look forward to, and we just enjoy welcoming people to campus, and I hope they have a good time.
Reporting for Mountaintop News, I'm Nick Collum.
That will do it for this edition of the Mountaintop Daily. Be sure to check us out at 6 p.m. every weekday on Mountaintop TV, the Mountaintop TV app, and the Mountaintop News Facebook page. With your Mountaintop Daily, I'm Robin Tillman for Mountaintop News.